Good morning, guys. Today we are going to talk about the past, present, and future tense. And we have prepared this presentation especially for you. So let's start. The first thing that we are going to learn today is about the tense of a verb tells when an action takes place. And there we have three examples of the tenses that we are going to learn today. The first one, it is the present. It tells about what is happening currently. For example, the activities that you are doing just right now. An example that we have over there is I live in USA. Then we have the past tense that is telling us what has already happened. Things that are in the past, for example, your last Christmas, the last vacations that you have, all of those things are in the past. And there we have an example that it says I live in USA. And there we have the future tense. Those actions are telling us what will happen in the future. The things that you're going to do when you come back to the school, your next vacations, what is going to happen next Christmas, those things are in the future. We already know what is going to happen. And the example that we have over there, I will live in USA. As you can see, there is a difference between the verb. In the first case, we have I live in USA in the present, and then we have the verb with ed at the end that is telling us that that verb it is in past tense. We are going to start with the present tense, and it shows an action happening right now. For example, what are you doing right now? And it shows an action that happens regularly. For example, the things that you do every day. Take a shower, take breakfast, study. Those things that you do every day. Let's see the examples that we have, and it says the first one, Jack cooks breakfast, Anna washes the dishes, Jose watches television. And if you look at the picture that we have over there, we can see many verbs in the present tense. For example, play, cook, read, sleep. Let's go with some of the expressions that can help us when we are speaking in the present tense. Today, this morning, this evening, tonight. Those expressions can help us when we are speaking in present tense. Let's go to the past tense. And we have here that the past tense, it shows an action that already happened in the past. For example, yesterday, last week, last night, the last Christmas, your last vacations, things that already happened. And you can form the past tense by adding ed to the end of a regular verb. Remember that in English we have two kinds of verb. We have regular and irregular. The regular are all of those in which the only thing that we have to do is to add ed when we change it into the past. And then we have the irregular that it changed completely the word. We are going to learn a little bit more later. Let's see the examples. Jack cooked breakfast yesterday morning. Yesterday, it is a word that can help us to see if the sentence is in present or past or future. The students played soccer yesterday, and Jose watched television last night. Here we have, if we look at the picture, some of the example of the regular verbs. As you can see, all of those verbs, the only thing that we did was to add ed at the end of them. Here we have the two kinds of verb that I was telling you. We have the regular verb, and it says the must verb add ed. Play, visit, mix. As you can see, the only thing that it is done, it is that we have ed at the end of those verbs. Then we have some irregular verbs in which it changed completely the word, as you can see over there. And you have to learn those verbs, guys. And then we have some verbs that stay the same. They do not change in present or past. They stay the same. And here we have some keywords that are telling us when we are talking in the past tense. For example, yesterday, last weekend, last week, last month, last year. All of those verbs help us to see that a sentence or a paragraph, it is in the past tense. Let's see about the future tense. Remember that the future tense are all of those actions that not happened yet. The future tense is formed by using the helping verb will plus a verb. Let's see the examples. I will watch a movie with my family. It can be maybe tomorrow or the next week or next Saturday, next weekend, something that it is going to happen in the future. She will walk to the movie theater with my dad. We will study for the test. You will eat pizza for lunch. All of those actions are going to happen in the future. So let's remember, we have the past. The past tense of a verb tells that something already happened. Example, I ate an apple, maybe yesterday. Then we have the present that tells that something is happening now. For example, the things that you are doing right now or things that you do every day. And then we have the future tense that tells that something will happen in the future. It is not happening yet. So let's go with the helping verbs and past participles. This is another type of tense that we are going to learn today. And in order to form the past participle, we need a helping verb. Here we have the examples of the helping verb that we are going to need. We already studied, if you remember, about helping verbs. In this case, the only helping verb that we are going to use, it is have, has, or had. And it says that comes before the main verb. Helping verbs must agree with the subject. Do you remember the third person? Third person, it is she, he, it. And use the helping verb with past participles. We have here the past participle. It is the past tense of a verb. Past participle forms use helping verb show past actions. When we are speaking in the past participle, those actions are also in the past. Let's see some examples about how to form this tense. And the first thing that we need, it is a subject. I, we, you, they. And here I separated for you. So we have I, you, we, and they. And with those subjects, we use have. And then we have the verb, the past participle of a verb. In this case, eaten an apple. I will give you one list of verbs for you to learn and for you to study, so you won't have any problem forming the past participle. And then we have the third person. Do you remember the third person? He, she, and it. And with the third person, we use has. And then nothing changed. Eating an apple. It is just like the first one. I have eaten an apple. She has eaten an apple. Remember that with the third person, we have to change the helping verb. As I already told you, I will give you one list for you to study. And this is all for me. If you have any questions, remember that we are going to have our class. And I hope you study a lot, guys. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.